Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, and welcome to my channel. You know, I have been having trouble with Elvis and my Oscars, and he's now in my Parrotfish aquarium, and I've made changes to my Oscar tank and changes to my Parrotfish aquarium, and there's still more changes to come, but I've taken your advice and made some changes, and I think they're working, so I want to share them with you. So please stay tuned. This is a look at my 75-gallon Oscar aquarium. I have had problems with this tank over the last month or so, with the problems that I've been having with my Oscars getting injured. It was suggested to me to rescape their tank adding some wood, providing blinds and better hiding places for any targeted fish. Well, here is the new scape. I removed this lovely piece of driftwood from my parrot's aquarium. This tank was initially home to Elvis, my Jack Dempsey. Then I added 3 Oscars, hoping they would get along just fine. Well, for a period of time, they did seem to mesh well. Then chasing started, and my floors were constantly wet from all the splashing. Keeping an eye on the fish, they still looked very healthy without any injuries, so I thought I would continue to monitor them but not make any moves. That's all it took. One night and Elvis tormented the one large Oscar. He was so stressed that he died within a few days. He didn't have any life-threatening injuries, so to speak. He had a few scales missing, but the torment and stress that he was put under was enough to kill him. I wish so much once that splashing and chasing began, I would have removed him rather than wait. In effect, it's my fault he died. It breaks my heart to admit it, but I know I would not have lost him if I would have removed him immediately. Well, this time, I removed Elvis and left the Oscars, allowing them to have the tank to themselves. Elvis went to my parrot's aquarium. The smaller of the 2 Oscars, she's back here in this corner, I believe is a female. I did sex them a while ago. She hangs around in this corner. I think she may be a little intimidated by the big guy. On occasion, he does chase her, but for the most part, he leaves her alone. I'm thinking of adding a couple parrotfish to this aquarium. It would add a little color and maybe make the smaller one feel not so alone. I think I'll do that during my water change. Parrotfish, as funny and charismatic and interacting as they are tough, and they don't take crap from anyone. I think they would be a good fit in here. My hope is that the smaller one would come out more with the others in the tank. I'll be doing water changes today. I have some other changes I will be making that I'm very excited to share with you as soon as they are complete. But for now, I think I'm going to start with just 2 mid-size blood red parrotfish, and we'll see how this works. This is how my blood red parrotfish aquarium looks right now. Remember, I removed the driftwood piece and placed it in the Oscars aquarium. I added a few more rocks, made some swim-throughs and caves for the parrots. They love to congregate at the caves at night and sleep in a huge group. I also freshened up the sand and added 1 crock in the back corner. Even Elvis had to check that out. Elvis seems right at home with these guys. He doesn't stay in one corner by himself. He travels the entire tank, checking out everything just like the parrots do. I have not seen any aggression except for the odd cha-cha going on between parrots, and even occasionally Elvis will get into the cha-cha mode too. I believe Elvis is smart enough to know he's the odd man out here. He is behaving really well. He does have his tube, but he only sleeps in it. The rest of the time, he's out with all the others. He eats well with them. They pretty much leave him alone to his own devices. I do give Elvis his worm a couple times a week. He sees me coming and waits at the front right corner of the tank. I don't think the others have a chance of beating him to his treat, and I wouldn't allow it. I wait until he is right there and give it to him, basically right in his mouth. I don't give worms anymore to the parrotfish because it was always the same 2 or 3 that got all of the worms and the rest didn't get any. Well, that's not fair. I've often said parrotfish are such amazing fish. They are amicable and happy to get along with pretty much anything as long as they behave. Parrotfish don't have bite mouths, but trust me, they can cause some pretty serious injuries just by hammering into their opponents. Elvis seems to understand the relationship very well. The clowns are doing exceptionally well in here too. They love the little jugs and swim back and forth between them. Plus they have a tube along the back wall. They eagerly come and get breakfast when I feed the tank in the mornings. When I moved the driftwood, I did remove the pleco. I didn't know he was hiding inside the hollow driftwood piece. So on my water change, I do plan on moving him back here because I like to have a pleco in each of my aquariums. So other than that, I am calling this whole endeavor a success. Now, Elvis, please behave yourself. Down here in my 70-gallon tub, I have a new piece of driftwood soaking that I will be adding to the parrotfish aquarium. I have soaked this piece a few times and it's been ready for use for a long time. I just have never used it. Hubby screwed a nice chunk of flagstone on the bottom or it would still float. It has soaked so many times and then dried out again. It's a great piece, and I think it's going to look pretty cool in the parrotfish aquarium. Another job for my next water change. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you 100 times over for the wonderful advice and suggestions you've shared with me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.